Hi everyone, this is Future Frank here. I just re-watched my video while I was editing it, and I realised that when I say the top right hand corner of the video, I point to my right and not your right. So just remember that when I point in this direction, I really mean this direction. Okay, enjoy the video. Hello, wonderful people of the internet. Today I'm going to be reviewing the 2017 adaptation of Murder on the Orient Express. So, this is an adaptation of a novel of the same name by Agatha Christie. I've done a review of that, so I'll leave a little link to that up here in the right hand corner. So this tells the story of the detective Hercule Poirot, who is called away from his holiday back to England. While on the train back to England, there is a murder and he has to solve it. So I really enjoyed the book and I had high hopes for this movie. And I'm glad to say I was not disappointed. This was an absolutely amazing movie. So here's what I liked. First of all, the acting. So this movie had an absolute all-star cast consisting of Kenneth Branagh as the can't remember the word, the main character, the detective, Poirot, Michelle Pfeiffer, Johnny Depp, Penelope Cruz, Judi Dench, Josh Gad, Daisy Ridley, Willem Dafoe, Leslie Odom Jr., Derek Jacobi, Olivia Colman, Tom Bateman, Sergei Polunin, Marwan Kanzani, and Lucy Boynton. All of the performances from these actors were amazing. They portrayed their characters with lots of believability. Particularly Kenneth Branagh, Johnny Depp and Michelle Pfeiffer. They were sort of the starring characters of the film, and every performance was amazing. Another thing that I liked was the changes from the novel. I won't really go into them, but the novel wasn't very action-packed. It was very uniform. You had all the interviews of the passengers on this train as Poirot slowly tried to figure it out. But in the movie, there are a few action scenes. Poirot knocks someone out with his cane at one point. He chases them across the railway bridge that they're stuck on. It's those little bits of action really help break up the flow of the film. Plus, one of the things that I didn't like with the book was the monotony of the interviews after a while. In the movie, they only showed the important bits in a sort of montage, so that really helped. And plus, it was a movie, so it had to be condensed down, but the way they handled that was really good. Another thing I liked was the cinematography. Now, Kenneth Branagh, who played Poirot, was also the director of this film, and the cinematography was just amazing. The camera angles, the way you move through crowds was amazing, and the colours, the costumes, the backgrounds, all of it was just so pleasing to the eye. So it was not only a good story, it was nice to look at as well. The final thing that I liked was the comedy. Now, the book I wouldn't say was particularly funny. It had its moments when I would go, that was a bit funny, but there was nothing that would make me laugh out loud uproariously. Whereas in the movie, there were just these bits of comedy sprinkled in here and there to lighten the mood, and all of them really hit the spot. So an example would be when Poirot meets up with his old friend Book, and he has a prostitute with him, and a man walks up to them, and Poirot just turns around and goes, "Are you a prostitute as well?" And it was hilarious. Me and my parents, who I was watching it with, were in absolute hysterics after that. Now, there aren't many things I didn't like about this film, but I'll just say the one thing that I didn't, and that was the French accent that Branagh did at some points. Now, it was really good, it was a very good French accent, but because Poirot talks quite fast at some points, his brain is moving at 100 miles per hour and the actor has to communicate what he's thinking in this French accent, I couldn't understand what he was saying at some points. I don't think my parents could either, and that was okay for the most part for me because I'd read the book, so I knew what he was going to say, or the important details I already knew. But for my parents, I had to pause the movie every now and then because they looked a bit confused and say, "Oh no, he was saying this," or "This is what happened," because there are a lot of plot twists, and if you can't understand what Poirot is saying, then you're going to struggle to sort of comprehend what's going on. But that is my only complaint about the film. So overall, I would give this movie a 5 out of 5. It's probably in my top 10 favourite movies of all time. It was absolutely amazing, and I highly recommend you watch it. I'll put a trailer in the link below, and a link up here in the right hand corner as well. So, that's me. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe, and have a good one, y'all.